Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our board director meeting today for the Petika Berhad. I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm Tan Yang Shen, and the chairman of the today meetings. Throughout this meeting, I will be the assisted by the company secretary, Miss Tae Kun Sim. So, before we start, so Miss Tae, can you please check the attendance and confirm the quorum?
Sure, Mr. Yangshan. Okay. From the attendance list, it appears that all directors were present at this morning's meeting. However, I would like to verify the attendance. Please respond with a yes when I call your name, indicating that you attended the meeting. If there is no response upon being called, I will assume that you were not present. May I start with Miss Aliesa Syarina binti Muhammad AZZIKIN,
Yes.
Miss AMIRA NADHIRAH binti KAMAL ARIFFIN,
Yes.
Miss SHAHNAZ binti ASMAWI,
Yes.
Miss Nur ALYANA RIFA binti ROSLAN,
Yes.
and lastly is Miss Nur ATHIRAH binti NORZI.
Yes.
Okay, thank you directors for the response. I hereby confirm that all directors to attended today's meeting. Thus, the quorum is enough to start the meeting. We shall proceed with the meeting now.
Thank you, Ms. Tae. So since the requested quorum is present with more than two directors attending today, so I hereby call the meeting to order. So next, may I have the Ms. Tae to read out the main agenda for today meetings?
Okay, our agenda for today are to receive the audited financial statement, to discuss the retirement and re-election of directors, to approve the directors' fees and benefits, to appoint and nominate new auditor, and to discuss the notice of resignation, to discuss authority to issue shares under Section 75 and 76 of Companies Act 2016, to discuss the proposal of change of company name, to discuss the new requirement about disclosure of beneficial owners, to discuss and other arising business. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. Tae. So does anyone disagree with the meeting agenda today? Since there is no disagreement, then with the consent of the members present, so I hereby declare that the notice of the board meeting has been taken as read. So, Ms. Tae, could you please explain the meeting procedure and the voting procedure?
Yes, Mr. Langshan. The meeting will follow the agenda outlined in the board meeting notice. Active participation in and involvement in the discussion and voting process are expected from all directors for each agenda item. Each director possesses one voting right. The outcome of each agenda's vote will be documented and presented at our forthcoming at AGM. Any question about the voting process? If there is no question, Mr. Langshan, you may proceed with the next agenda, with the first agenda.
So, thank you, Ms. Tae. The first agenda will be review the auditor financial statement for the Petika Berhad for the financial year ended 31st December 2023 and the reports of the director and the auditors. I would like to call upon Ms. No Atila to present this. So, Ms. No Atila, please proceed.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Yanshan. So our auditor, Ms. Ren and Yang, have audited the financial statement of Petika Berhad for the year ended 31 December 2023, which consists of the financial of statement position, statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, statement of cash flow, and notes to the financial statement, including a summary of significant policy. The auditor has expressed an opinion that the financial position of the company has complied with the requirement of MFRS and IFRS and Company Act 2016. Hence, the auditor have issued an unmodified opinion on our financial statement. Does anyone have question?
Yes, Ms. ATHIRAH, I have a question. Did the auditor make any recommendations regarding the audited financial statement that should be considered by the board?
Yes, sure. The auditor has mentioned that the enhancement of the internal audit, it is recommended that the audit committee should monitor and review the effectiveness of the internal audit activity regularly. Also, for the board, we are responsible for ensuring that there has sufficient internal control and formalized procedure to ensure that established principles for financial reporting and internal control are adhered, and to that there are appropriate systems in place to monitor and so control the company operation and the risks associated with the company and its operation.
Okay. Thank you for the explanation.
So, are there any further question from the floor? No, So, since there is no question, let us vote to approve this audited financial statement to be released to the public. So, you all can may raise your hand if you all agree.
All votes have been counted. Everyone has agreed with this agenda.
So, thank you. Since everyone agrees, I hereby declare the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2023 for the Pertiga Berhad has been reviewed and then approved by all directors. So the audited financial statement will be presented for the discussion for the next AGM. So let's proceed with the next agenda, which is the retirement and the re-election of the director. So, Mr. Could you please explain further about this matter?
Alright, Mr. Langshan, pursuant to Section 205, subsection 3B of the Companies Act 2016, one-third of the directors of the company shall retire from office by rotation at the annual general meeting. The directors to retire every year shall be the directors who have been longest in the office since the director's last election. A retiring director shall be eligible for re-election. Currently, we have 5 directors on the board, but 2 of the directors are Ms. AMIRA NADHIRAH and Ms. Aliesa Syarina, the directors. Therefore, they will retire at the upcoming AGM and is eligible for re-election. Ms. AMIRA NADHIRAH, do you agree to retire and accept offer for re-election for the next AGM?
Yes, I agree to retire at the next AGM and agree to be re-elected as director.
Ms. Aliesa Syarina, do you agree to retire and accept offer for re-election for next AGM?
Yes, I agree to retire at the next AGM and agree to be re-elected as director.
If there is no question, so we will proceed with the voting section. Mr. Please proceed.
Okay, so please raise your hand if you agree that Ms. AMIRA and Ms. Aliesa will retire and be re-elected as a director of the company at the next annual general meeting. All votes have been counted. Everyone has agreed with this.
So, all right. So, since everyone agrees, I hereby to declare that the resolution for the retirement and the re-election for the company directors has been passed. So, we will bring this agenda to the next AGM. So, let's move to the next agenda for the third agenda, which is to review the director fees. So, I would like to call upon the Ms. Aliesa for the nomination and the remuneration committee to provide the further explanation on this matter. The floor is yours. So, Ms. Aliesa.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Langshan. Okay, now in compliance with Section 230, Subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2016, the fees and any benefits payable to directors are subject to shareholders' approval at next AGM. Okay, so in regards with the non-executive directors, the total amount of directors' fees will be up to 1,400,000, while the total amount of directors' benefits will be up to 500,000. In coming up with such amounts, the Nomination and Remuneration Committee held a meeting to review the remuneration package of all the non-executive director in details. So that's all from me. Now I would like to open the floor for any questions or comments.
Yes, Miss Aliesa, I have a question. May I know how you determine the remuneration package for the non-executive directors?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so for the non-executive directors and senior management, the remuneration package are linked to the inputs provided in the board meeting and attendance at the board meeting. The performance is not linked to the company performance.
Oh, oh, I see. Thank you so much for the explanation, Miss Alisa.
I'm sorry for interrupt, but I have to disagree with your suggestion because for me the amount should be increased as we have a significant profit growth this year. If we do not increase their remuneration under this premise, I think the directors may feel undervalued or less motivated. This could further affect their level of engagement and commitment to their roles and potentially impacting the decision making and oversight.
But I have to agree with Miss Alisa because I think sufficient cash flow is very important because we need to prioritize reinvesting profits into the business for the future growth rather than our current situation, which rely heavily on the external source of capital.
So, are there any further concern from other directors? So, since there is no question, we should proceed with the voting session. So, please raise your hand if you all agree.
All votes have been counted. Everyone except Ms. Nur SHAHNAZ HUDA agree with this agenda.
Okay, so I hereby do declare that the resolution for the director's fee and the madam fees is passed. So also we'll bring this agenda to the next AGM. So let's us proceed to the next agenda, fourth agenda. So is to appoint the PwC as the new auditor for our company and then fix their remunerations. So I would like to call upon Miss Amira to expand this. So Miss Amira, please proceed.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Langshan. So, as you know, Mrs. Ernst and Young has been appointed as the company's auditors for 2 consecutive years, starting from 2022.
They have maintained a high quality of audit work, but then suddenly they sent us the notice of resignation due to their intention to discontinue their audit service. So in this regard, I would like to ask for the approval from all directors to appoint PwC as the new auditor of the company for this upcoming year. Does anyone have questions or comment on this matter?
Okay, so if there is no question, so please raise your hand if you all agree with this. So okay, thank you. Miss Amira, you may proceed now.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Malaysian. So next, we will continue to fix remuneration for the auditor. Now we have paid 50,000 ringgit Malaysia to the auditor for the audit fee for this financial year. However, the audit fee is proposed to be increased to 52,000 for the next year. Does anyone have questions on this? Yes, Ms. Arira, I have. May I know what is the reason for the increase in audit fee? Yes, sure. Thank you, Ms. SHAHNAZ, for the question. So since our company's operations have become more complicated and requires the auditor to increase their audit preparation and working, they have explained that they needed more time, resources, and also expertise to complete the audit processes. Therefore, they requested an increase in the audit fees. Okay, I think I understand. Thank you for explanation. I have a clear mindset on this issue now. Sure. Are there any further questions from the floor? Okay, since there is no question, Mr. Langshan, you may proceed with the voting session.
All right. So thank you, Miss Amira. All the board members, so please raise your hand if you all agree the remuneration of the auditor is the 52,000 ringgit.
All votes have been counted. All agree with this agenda.
All right. So since everyone agrees, So I hereby to declare the resolution for the reappointment and fixing the remuneration of the new auditor has been passed. So we will bring this agenda also to the next AGM. So let's us proceed to the next agenda, which is the authority to issue the share for the upcoming AGM under the section 75 and 76 of the Company Act 2016. So, Ms. Tay, can you please expand more about this?
Certainly, Mr. Liang Shen. According to Section 75 and 76 of the Companies Act 2016, the company's directors have the authority to issue and allocate shares once the company obtains approval through a resolution. This authority comes into effect immediately upon the passing of the resolution and remains valid until the conclusion of the next annual general meeting of the company.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tay. So please raise your hand if you all agree with this agenda.
All votes have been counted. Everyone has agreed with this agenda.
All right. So since everyone agrees, so we will move to the next agenda. So let us proceed to the next agenda is to discuss about the proposal to change our company name from the Petiga Berhad to the Lancha Petiga Holding Berhad. So Mr. Could you please provide the update on the progress of the change of the company name?
Sure, Mr. Langshan. As per our discussion in the last meeting, I have initiated the process of reserving the new name Lancha Petiga Holding Berhad. I have also prepared a draft circular to shareholders regarding the proposed change of name, and I hope that you already received the draft.
Thank you, Mr. Yes, we already received your draft that you already sent to the WhatsApp group. So board members, please take a moment to review the draft that already sent by the Mr. So is there any question regarding about the proposed change of the company name and the draft circular to the shareholders? No. So if there is no further questions, so we proceed with the finalize the draft and then work on the company name change. So if you all agree to change the company name to the Lancha Petiga Holding Berhad, so please you all raise your hand.
All votes have been counted. Everyone agreed with this agenda.
Okay, thank you everyone. So the proposal for changing our company name, Lancha Petiga Holding Berhad, has been approved. So this decision will be also presented for further discussion at the next AGM. I hereby to declare this agenda has been passed, and Mr. Can start to prepare the legal agreement document regarding the company names, change the company names. So now we still need to discuss about the next agenda about the new requirement of the disclosure of the beneficial owner. So I would like to call upon the Ms. SHAHNAZ to explain this.
Hi, thank you, Ms. Lanshan. As you know, the Companies Act requires us to disclose the beneficial owners of our company. This is an important step in ensuring transparency and accountability. The beneficial owners are the individuals or entities that have a significant interest in our company. This includes shareholders, directors, and other stakeholders. And as part of our disclosure, we will be providing a list of our beneficial owners. This list will include the names and addresses of the beneficial owners, as well as the percentage of share they hold.
Thank you, Ms. SHAHNAZ HUDA. I would also want to add that we will be providing a statement explaining the reasons for the disclosure, because this will help to ensure that our shareholders and stakeholders understand the significance of the disclosure. The statement will also include any relevant information about the beneficial owners, such as their relationship with our company and their role in the company.
Thank you, Ms. No. Miss SHAHNAZ, and then the Miss AYANA, and that conclude our discussion on this new requirement on disclosure for the beneficial owners. So I believe that that is an important step lah, in ensuring the transparency and then the accountability in our company. So please raise your hand if you all agree for this agenda.
All votes have been counted. Everyone has agreed with this agenda.
I believe we have discussed almost all the agenda for today's meeting. So have any other business want to be discussed? No, so far no. Okay, so Miss Tay, can you summarize the discussion for our meeting today?
Sure, Mr. Liang. Okay, there are 8 agenda items for today's board meeting. I will briefly describe each of them. First agenda, the directors review and approve the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2023. Second agenda, to discuss the retirement and re-election of Ms. AMIRA NADHIRAH and Ms. Aliesa Syarina has been passed, and we will bring this agenda to the next annual general meeting. Third agenda, the directors' fees and benefits for the upcoming year has been reviewed and approved by all directors except Ms. Nur SHAHNAZ. Fourth agenda, the appoint PwC as the company's auditor and to discuss the resignation of Ms. Ernst and Young and their remuneration for upcoming year was agreed and approved by all directors. Fifth agenda, the authority to issue shares under Section 75 and 76 of Companies Act 2016. Sixth agenda, proposed change of company name from Pertiga Berhad to Rancak Pertiga Holding Berhad, which everyone agreed to this agenda. Seventh agenda, discuss new requirement about disclosure of beneficial owners. And last agenda, discuss any other rising business.
So thank you, Miss Tay. So have any further question? No. So all right. The date of our next meeting will be announced later. So if no other question, I would like to look for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I propose meeting to adjourn.
I second the proposal.
Okay, thank you. So I hereby to declare that the board meeting is adjourned. So thank you for your attendance today, and take care, stay safe. You all may leave the meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.